As the federal government looks to change the electoral process, the state of Washington is passing new election-related laws. In some cases, it is a direct response to the Trump administration's attempt to change our voting policies. Our Olympia Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson looks at the new election-related laws signed by the governor today. Drew.
Hi, Joyce. One of these new laws increases penalties for those who are illegally sharing voter information. Another one makes it more difficult for local jurisdictions to change election rules. The Democrats who control the majority here say they've been exploring these ideas over the past couple of years, but they say they were forced into action by Donald Trump.
This is a common sense law that protects election access and integrity.
The governor signed 5 election-related bills in all.
It amends who can challenge a voter's registration.
The new laws include increasing penalties for those who share voter information and requiring state approval before jurisdictions where voters' rights have been violated before can change the rules or boundaries. Governor Gov Ferguson says the laws are a direct result of what's coming out of the Trump administration. Threats of eliminating mail-in ballots, needing proof of citizenship to register, and requiring ID to vote.
We have to fight back, and we see these set of bills as one step in fighting back.
Immigration advocate Roxana Naruzi with One America says potential federal changes would make it harder for people to vote, regardless of their immigration status.
We are operating under a federal government that is actively undermining our democracy, trying to push new Americans, people who may not be voting regularly, out of the system.
State Representative Charlotte Mena voted for all the bills signed into law.
I'm incredibly concerned. I mean, and that was sort of the impetus for working on this package, right? And making sure that we've done everything we have in our policy toolbox, but there's more to be done outside of that.
While the legislative session is over, she's keeping a close eye on the Trump administration and the Supreme Court, whose justices just heard arguments about what to do with mailed-in ballots received after Election Day.
If we get a ruling that says your ballot has to be in by Election Day, then we have work to do in educating the populace, right? We have to work with the Secretary of State's office and find out, can we put more ballot boxes in places? What's the plan for reaching out to people? Are we mailing them? Are we calling them? Are we knocking on doors?
Another law that was signed into effect today would require county auditors to visit with local tribal leaders every 2 years to come up with new ways to get more tribal members to vote. Joyce?
And Drew, as you know, President Trump's also urging Congress to pass the Save America Act, requiring proof of citizenship to register and ID to vote. If it passes, what would that mean for our state?
I checked with the Secretary of State's office today. They said folks would not have to re-register. The citizenship part of it is just for new voters, but they said everyone would have to either show ID when they're submitting a ballot or mail in a copy of their ID if they mail in or drop off a ballot at one of those ballot boxes. I was told this would probably cost the state an additional $40 million this year alone. That's raising some concerns in a tight budget year. So we'll see.
All right, Drew, thank you. Reporting from Olympia tonight.